Welcome to our summer story series. Hello everyone, welcome to our first summer story series. Each week, I will read a different story to expand your knowledge on stories in the Bible. Join us in the chat by making comments on new things you have learned, characters that are relatable, and answer our Bible trivia facts at the end. The Great Flood. This is a story of how rainbows came to be and how God saved those who followed him. Adam and Eve had children, and their children had children, and so on, until people filled the earth. But as the years passed, the people began to forget about God. Their hearts and minds filled up with wickedness. They became so wicked that they only thought about evil all the time. This made God sad. It made God so sad that he was sorry that he had ever made man. So God decided to destroy all the living creatures on the earth. But one man was different. That man's name was Noah, and he had 3 sons. They were named Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Noah tried to place God in all he did and said, and that made God happy. One day God said to Noah, I'm going to flood the earth and destroy every creature on it. But because you love me and follow me, I'm going to save you and your family. Then God told Noah to build an ark. Build it out of gopher wood, God said. Put a roof on top and a door in the side. And when the time comes, take your family with you into the ark. Then I will send 2 of every animal on earth to you. Take them into the ark and keep them safe. Noah listened to God and did everything just as he said. Noah was 600 years old when all this happened. When the ark was finished, God sent the animals to Noah. Every kind of bird, every animal, every creeping, crawling creature, 2 by 2, they came to Noah. When all animals were inside, God said to Noah, go into the ark, you and all your family. Noah did just as God said, and God shut the door. Then it began to rain. Waters poured down from the sky, and more waters shot out from beneath the earth. For 40 days and 40 nights, it rained and rained and rained. The waters grew deeper and deeper until the ark floated up off the ground. Higher and higher, the waters arose until it was everywhere, even covering the tops of the trees. Still the waters rose higher. Up and up and up they rose until the tops of the very tallest mountain were covered. But Noah and all of the family and all the animals were safe and warm and dry on the ark. After 40 days, the rain stopped, but the earth was still flooded. So God sent a great wind to dry up the waters. The wind whistled and whooshed around the ark. The water sank lower and lower until at last the tips of the mountaintops could be seen. Then one day the ark landed with a thump and a thud on the mountains of Ararat. Noah waited 40 days. Then he opened the window of the ark and sent out a raven. The bird flew back and forth until the waters had dried up. Next Noah sent out a dove. But the dove couldn't find a place to land, not even a tree. So she hurried back to Noah in the ark. Noah waited 7 more days and sent out the dove again. This time she came back with an olive leaf held tightly in her beak. The trees were growing again, and Noah waited 7 more days and sent out the dove yet again. This time she did not return. The waters were gone. God said, Noah, come out of the ark, you all and your family and all of the animals. Noah and his wife, his sons, and their wives all stepped out of the ark. stretching and blinking in the bright sunshine. The animals followed two by two. Birds fluttered their wings and soared into the sky. Lions and leopards crouched and crept. Bears lumbered along while the turtles plodded slowly out. There was so much to see and do, but Noah stopped and worshiped God. God blessed Noah and his sons and told them to fill the earth with people again. Then God made a covenant, a very special promise, with Noah and his sons. Never again will I destroy the earth with a flood, promised God. And as a sign of the promise, God placed a rainbow in the clouds. Whenever I see the rainbow, God said, I will remember my promise. God punished the people of the world for their wickedness and sins, but God showed mercy and grace to Noah and his family. There is still wickedness and sin in the world today, but God has now fully revealed his amazing plan to rescue you and me. Jesus, God's own son, was punished for all our sins so that those who love and follow him don't have to be. Jesus gave himself for our sins to rescue us, and that's in Galatians 1st chapter, 4th verse. Thank you for joining our Summer Story series. My time is up, and I thank you for yours. Remember, the joy of the Lord is your strength. You're not alone. Never, never, never alone. God is with you, and so are we. Don't forget to mask up. I'm Minister Martina, the Life Stage Pastor for SMB, and I approve this story. Our Bible trivia question for today is, how many days did it take for the water to be gone? I look forward to seeing your answers, and I hope you enjoyed the story.